We all walked on the campus one day and walked toward Gilman Hall, and there on the clock tower, which is very high up and I would imagine very hard to get to, was a wonderful picture of Mickey Mouse on the clock. And as I say, I happen to know who put that up, happened to be a fraternity brother of mine, but after all of these years, I can't give you the name.
The bonds of brotherhood.
I can't turn him in now. He's a very distinguished attorney. Not gonna tell you.
How did he get up there?
That's what I want to know. How did he get up there?
The humanities are housed in Gilman Hall, and for the university, it is the heart.
But it is where we live intellectually.
What Gilman accomplished so tremendously well was the creation of a community.
But also just the opportunity to sit with senior scholars and have once a week a time to come together. That was the heart of Gilman.
Gilman was hot. That's one of the things I remember. We had these big fans, and those fans would blow. Papers would blow. You'd come in often at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and find people sleeping.
And you lean back in your chair, and you finally slump down.
Some of them would be leaning forward, lying on their book. Some would be just comatose.
Just exhausted.
I mean, the Hutzer reading room at 3 o'clock in the morning is often a place where you sort of think to yourself, can I really do this? And am I going to stay the course? Am I going to stay the path?
I probably slept in 90% of that building at different times.
I was late to my French class on the 4th floor, and students would be hanging out the window yelling, hurry up, he's about to begin. And so I would race up. It was a long way from the ground floor to the 4th floor, and those wonderful old marble steps that are sort of worn along the way. I still remember it as if it were yesterday.
One of the things that happened to Gilman is that it became in some ways more mysterious as time went on.
There supposedly some tunnels underneath Hopkins that I don't know anything about this other than the legend, but where you can, I don't even know where you start, but somehow you wind up in Gilman.
We're just told as freshmen never to step on the seal because if you do, you won't graduate.
They tell your parents on the tour that if they step on it, you won't get any financial aid and they'll have to pay full tuition. And then if the faculty does, they won't make tenure.
We are still using the same table that was used in 1872. There's a legend that Woodrow Wilson carved his initials in that table because he was so bored in the seminar. He is not the only one to have carved his initials in there. I have ruined endless numbers of stockings on that table, and I would be happy to get rid of it.
Those seminar rooms are the places where memories were made, alas, for better or for worse.
I went down to the 1st floor to remember what it was like, closed my eyes, and when I inhaled, it was 9 o'clock Monday morning, and it was either economics or philosophy. I don't recall which course I was in, but the memories of my student days came flooding back.
And you know, you walk through the building now and it feels eerily similar to how it felt then.
And all of these kinds of kind of rich impressions one gets in a building that has housed humanities faculty for generations, with their smells and their generous hallways and their high ceilings and tobacco and chalk.
And these wonderful 6-foot by 6-foot windows, you feel you are in a house of learning.
One of the things that struck me was the way that the building wraps around the library stacks.
The original brilliant insight was that the work of the faculty in their offices, the work of the faculty and the students together in the seminar rooms, the storage of knowledge and retrieval of knowledge from the library, all needed to be in one place with kind of a porosity between faculty and students and the books.
There's a wonderful sense of optimism that those early builders had that we've occasionally lost, but you feel it when you're walking around here, and it's all about community.
I think we have something here that feels comfortable to the spirit, that wants to learn in the presence of the past.
My really fondest memory of Gilman Hall was the day that Jody graduated, 30 years after mine.
Jody Ellen Nordman.
And I walked in there, and as Yogi Berra would say, I was having deja vu all over again. It looked like, you know, it hadn't been painted. The same one-armed, right-handed chairs were in each room.
Same stains on the walls.
What's wonderful about the memories that alumni have of Gilman is that it is simultaneously a set of memories about what it was to be a student.
One of the things humanities does is to teach people how to really be effective in the world.
This does have something to do, too, with a building like Gilman. It was not only the center of campus, it was the campus.
But this is not a building that functions anymore.
We don't have enough space. The wiring in the building is very old-fashioned. The heating is impossible.
It is time for Gilman Hall to be resurrected, to embrace a commitment to the humanities, to embrace a larger vision.
We're going to undergo a drastic rehabilitation. The best things will be kept and reaffirmed, and the disadvantages will be corrected.
So we see our job as trying to understand how to bring back a heart that would be as vital and significant as the Stacks had been when the building was first built. A place that people really want to celebrate.
In the end, Gilman will be here, but the work that will happen over the next 50 years will be possible because all of us take the care to do it right.